Hi, they say success leave clues, but so do failures. In this video, I'm not going to show you how I made millions in sales on Amazon. This isn't a highlight reel. This is my real story from a PhD and a lab coat to building a successful online business. If I can do it, so can you. So let's begin. My name is Huria and I have a PhD in medicinal chemistry. From the start, that PhD wasn't the goal in itself. I took it thinking it would lead to a better salary. I believed the more degrees you have, the more money you make. That was mistake number one. I learned later that wasn't true. Before I even finished my PhD, a job opened at the university. They urgently needed someone for a lab in a new department. Since I had worked part-time for my supervisor, I was offered the job. At that point, I had finished all my lab work and was writing my PhD thesis. The timing was perfect. I said, without any hesitation, yes. But the job didn't require PhD. It just paid the bills, but that was all. I took it thinking, once I finish my PhD, I'll find something better. That was mistake number two, settling for less. Don't settle for less. Not for a job, not for a relationship, not for anything. Just because you need the money, the love, or stability. Even if you sacrifice a lot, don't settle for less. And honestly, that wasn't the only area of my life where I settled for less, and I have regretted it. When I finished my PhD in 2008, the world was hit with a global recession. Many of my colleagues with a PhD were forced to take admin jobs at minimum wage. I felt lucky to have a stable job with a decent salary. I knew everyone at my university. I was comfortable. But that led to mistake number three, getting too comfortable. Comfort zones are beautiful, but nothing ever grows there. So I wasn't looking for a new job because it was scary. So I started to explore online income streams instead. At the time, eBay was booming. I bought a course and a CD. Yes, those days they came on CD. I watched a few episodes and I decided to give it a try. That was mistake number four. Only scratching the surface. Don't get excited about a business idea that barely you studied it. Today, if I want to explore a new idea, I study it like I'm writing a PhD thesis on it. So in my eBay business, my first product was a wholesale children clothes, buying on eBay and flipping it for a profit. The idea came from one of the CD's lessons. The product photo looked amazing, but when they arrived, the quality was horrible. The seller disappeared. No refund. I couldn't get a refund. I tried to list them back on eBay, but no one wanted them. That should be just a small lesson, right? Move on and try again. But at that time, I was living with my family and the house was filled with boxes. They started complaining. You got scammed, your stuff is rubbish, you never make it, you're just wasting your time, just save your money. And unfortunately, I started to believe them. I already felt like a failure, stuck in a job I hated from day one with a business attempt that had flopped. So I listened, and worse, I believed them. I believed that I was a failure. And that was mistake number five, listening to the wrong voices. Most people give us advice based on their fears, not your potential. They don't mean to hurt you, but they don't see the vision you are building. If you let the fear guide your decision, you will never make it. There is no success without failure. Fail fast so you can learn faster. I didn't try eBay again or any business until years later when my son was born prematurely at 24 weeks. Most of his organs were not fully developed, especially his lungs. He had something called sleep apnea. The doctor was trying to explain to us, saying that sometimes those tiny babies just forget to breathe while sleeping. That broke me. He spent almost 7 months in intensive care with tubes in his lungs. And when my maternity leave ended after 6 months, I had to return to work. Leaving my baby in hospital was the hardest thing I ever had to do. When he was in hospital, I would spend a day with him, the whole entire day. After returning to work, I tried to visit before or after work. But some days I was just too exhausted to go and visit him, and the guilt was just crushing. That phase of my life nearly destroyed me emotionally. I slipped into a victim mentality. Why me, I asked. I was feeling helpless and poor me mentality. That was mistake number six. Thinking the world owes you something. The world doesn't owe us anything. And if you stay stuck in that mindset, expecting the rewards for the pain, you'll stay stuck forever. When my son finally came home, I made myself a promise. I will leave this job. I will do whatever it takes to build a life where I don't have to choose between income and being present. I tried everything. Kindle, Shopify, mystery shopping, you name it, I tried it. But I was juggling too much, and that led to mistake number 7, chasing everything. Chasing everything, mastering nothing. Your boat won't reach its destination faster if you paddle in every direction. Eventually, I realized I needed to focus. I went back to eBay to pick up what I left off. So when I logged in, I saw the last login to eBay was 10 years ago. Can you believe it? 10 years gone because of fear and other people's voices. This time, I gave it my all. I became a power seller, but again, it wasn't scalable. I was spending my lunch breaks at the post office, evening packing boxes. As a working mom, it wasn't sustainable. Then I discovered Amazon FBA. I started with retail arbitrage, bought discounted toys, shipped them to Amazon before Christmas. Within 4 hours of being checked in, everything sold. Then that's when I realized, wow, this works. But again, it wasn't ideal. Too much time, too time consuming, too competitive. So I made the leap to try private label. Same platform, Amazon, but a different method. I launched my first private label product and became bestseller in the first week because it has a unique design. But instead of building on that momentum, I made the mistake of celebrating too early. I withdraw money from those early profit, thinking the business has already taken off. Shortly after, I faced serious cash flow issues. That was mistake number 8, withdrawing money too early. A new business is like a baby. It doesn't walk straight away. It crawls, it stumbles, and needs constant support before it can stand on its own feet. I learned my lesson, so I started budgeting strictly from my salary. So I was living like most people, month to month. But I made the decision, instead of saving only 10%, I started saving 50% of my income for an entire year, just so I could reinvest it to the business and help it grow the right way. My second product, sometimes failure is the best teacher, because when you fall, you land on a solid ground that can hold you up next time. After the success of my first product, I got little overconfident. For my second launch, I chose a trendy item with very little research behind it, and obviously it failed. Another hard lesson learned. Mistake number 9, don't chase trends. Build something timeless. So here are my 9 biggest mistakes on the past 2 million. Each one came with a scar. Each one taught me more than any course ever could. And maybe one of them resonate with you. Which one hit home? Tell me in the comments. If you are on your journey right now, let me leave you with this. You don't need permission to start. You just need the courage to continue.